Hi there, my name is Dylan Patel. I'll be doing an online presentation of cloud computing. I'll talk about what cloud computing is, the pros and cons, some of the major companies that are leading the industry in cloud computing, and I'll end with an overall statement about cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is known as the process of using internet stored networking systems to manage, process, and store data of personal or business usage. When is the cloud computing systems available? So pretty much you're known as on-demand computing systems. So they're available anytime a person needs to access their computer computing devices and information, as long as they have a computing device to use, like a tablet or computer. So there are three elements to cloud computing. One is infrastructure, and infrastructure is pretty much the basis of cloud computing. It's a foundation, so think of it as like a busy road into a city. You need that road for people to access the city. This is pretty much what infrastructure is. Second, there is a platform, and this is basically customer customization guaranteed and granted. So this allows the customer to customize their software to benefit their needs the most and make sure that they're efficient with their software usage. And lastly is software. Now this is what cloud computing systems are, software. So there's many available options at like set prices and basis prices that you have to pay. Things can be complex because you can customize to your advantage on many things, but it might cost more to get those customizations. So in the 1970s, there were two main companies that pretty much ruled cloud computing, and that was IBM and DEC. They both used a remote job entry, which was really cool because it allowed people to like remotely check in on different areas of a job without having to get up and go and look at it. IBM also created something I'll talk about in the next slide, which is called VM operating systems, and this was pretty much to allow people to share services and expose it to the virtual world and like communicate with the virtual world based on their with their work, and like share with other people that needed information from them to help them benefit. The new millennium is like NASA in the 2000s. They came up with the with this Open Nebula, and they used that just to allow orchestrating like software, networking, virtualization, monitoring, and service and technology security. So basically, this just allowed them to be more efficient and faster with their company. Some of the cloud computing systems that are kind of taking over today is Apple, Microsoft, and Google, and they're pretty much the most known cloud computing systems right now. Google is one of the top ones. And then the next two I will talk about is IBM and Oracle. And IBM and Oracle have been around for a while. They've been known for their technology advancement and all the things that they've gotten out to the real world. So I'd say right now, though, Google is the top leader, but these guys these guys have always been around. So some of the advantages of cloud computing is that it can save an organization a lot of money. When I say a lot, it's like hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. This is because like there's a reduced amount of employee need whenever you have a software that is orchestrated and managed by another company virtually. So you don't have to hire someone to manage the software. Instead, someone else can do it from the company. The next thing is partnerships form stronger bonds, and this is because like it's easier to share things to a partner of yours, a company partner, because things are just like put up online, so that you just need to give them permission to look at it, and at any time they can look at your information or something that you're sharing without them having to like receive an email, a mail package, or something to see the data. And then lastly, things are secured and they're backed up. So content is backed up in case something does happen. Usually nothing really is supposed to happen. They're pretty up to date with their security systems, the cloud computing systems. And this just gives customers advantage of making sure their data is not, and their information is not stolen. Some of the disadvantages, of course, is that you always have to have internet. So if you don't have internet access, you can't really access your information and edit and manage it. This is kind of hard because like you will need your data, and if you don't have it with you, you can't really do anything if you don't have Wi-Fi. Second, the cloud systems have affected qualities, and what I mean by this is that like if someone is listening to audio or watching online videos or even downloading applications, it kind of clogs up the internet. And also, non-negotiable agreements is basically established so that it limits the services that a business can do using the cloud computing system. So you have to purchase extra services. And lastly, there's a lack of technical support if needed. Not always are there going to be technicians available for you to communicate with and help you. So it's difficult to fix issues and like find solutions if you can't contact someone. Some reviews of cloud computing systems that we talked about. It is an internet stored, manageable system anywhere as long as you have access to internet. It can be cost effective, like we discussed. Advantages: easy to share and it's very secure with recovery and backup. And disadvantages: it's limited technical support, and there's also affected qualities like we talked about with the clogging of the internet. And then the three main structures and elements that we talked about cloud computing: infrastructure, the basis of cloud computing; platform, what people can personalize and benefit from; and then software is basically the whole shebang, everything packed up in one thing. You just pay for software at a monthly basis. So cloud computing systems are very up to date, and they're implementing all across the world. Businesses are finding that it's more affordable to just purchase a cloud computing system and operate it. So there's many advantages to cloud computing systems. I think in the future you will see more of these systems established and less of the software built into your computer being used. So thank you for listening to my presentation. If you have any questions, please ask me in class.